We're at the top of the hour here. We're just going to give it one more minute for people to get on the call, and then we're going to get started here. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're in the country. My name is Josh Elohim. I'll be your speaker for today on our presentation regarding learning how to protect your mortgage using life insurance. So this is on behalf of Greg Pricer and Stonebriar Foundation. We have a great partnership here, and we're looking forward to helping you and all your clients to accomplish this goal here. Just some quick housekeeping for the purposes of the call. Everyone's going to be muted so we can get through the call smoothly. If you have any questions, we're going to do a Q&A session at the end, and we can go through some questions that you might have. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to get on the call here. Hopefully, everyone's safe amongst all this craziness going on out there. Again, Josh Elohim. So I want to make sure I've seen a big distance in this, but just to kind of some background about me, I work in the life insurance space. I've been doing this for 11 years now. I work with Gary. We have a close relationship, and a lot of people are not protected. And what I say by that is I mean that people buy houses and their mortgage is not protected. If they're not here tomorrow, they're going to potentially be in a world of trouble here. A lot of people do not realize that life insurance is a great vehicle that can be used to protect your mortgage. We did some stats here, and about 65% of homeowners do not have life insurance, do not have mortgage protection. So people generally do not associate life insurance with mortgage protecting your mortgage. Well, it's really simple, and I'm a very simple person here. So if I have $1 million home and I have a 30-year loan term, instead of calling it life insurance, call it mortgage protection. So it's what I do is I can take out $1 million life insurance policy. I have a 30-year term. Now my mortgage is protected for the next 30 years. If I have any issues, I can go ahead and I can, if I'm not here, then my place is taken care of for the next 30 years. Really simple, really straightforward. One thing we've done here to help Gary out is we built some life insurance software. Hopefully you can all see my screen here. This has been an absolute game changer during the pandemic where Gary can't see a lot of you face to face. So ideally, what this software does is it allows Gary or you, the client, the ability to run life insurance quotes in seconds and apply in minutes. So what I'm going to do here is just give you a visual. I know 90% of us learn visually. So this link, by the way, is also in the chat box. So you can just drop this in the chat box here, and you can click on it, and you can run quotes. If you don't want to wait till the end of this, you can actually run a quote right here on the spot if you'd like. Again, there's a place for questions. Please go ahead and put the questions in there if you'd like, and then we can go ahead and get squared away there. So again, here we go. So here's the software. You're gonna, once you click on this link, you can do this. Gary can do this for you. So you click on your first and last name, put your male female question there, your smoker. So this is basically going to be your health. So if your preferred best is 5 hearts, healthy as can be, just so you know you have a 10% chance of getting a preferred best there. Preferred is going to be a 20% chance of getting preferred. Standard plus 40%. And unfortunately, most people get a standard rate class of 75%. So what are the criteria? I'm healthy as a horse, 5 hearts. I have taken no medications. I have no blood pressure, no cholesterol, no cancers, no family history, no driving history. I can go with 5 hearts there. I like to be realistic. You know, if you really have none of those issues, go with 4, kind of under promise, over deliver. So we know in the past it was smoker, non-smoker, but now we know people are smoking different things. So if you are smoking something, you could just put it on here. If you're not, you could just say never. So height, weight's a big thing in the life insurance space. So if you're 5'9", 300 pounds, you're not going to get the best health class. So if you just want to be realistic here, and it'll give you the right health class. It is a personal question. You can skip it. And then you go ahead and just put your date of birth in here. And minus us talking, we give you rates. So again, where we want to make sure we help you to protect your mortgage. That's the goal of this call here, is how can we help you to protect that? At the simplest form, again, I have $1 million loan. I have a 30-year term. I can just go ahead and do it that way. This software is very simple. Let's just say my mortgage is $500,000. I just move my slider. Does everyone see how easy that is? Gary's offering this software to you complimentary. So we really appreciate that, to be able to go out there and help you out here. So there you go. Let's just say it was $1 million. I can move it back to there. And I have a 30-year loan. I click on my 30-year loan. We just want to make life easy for Gary and his clients here, okay? And that's what we're doing here, is we've made it really simple. So there you go. So there's $1 million. I can see what the price is, what it's going to cost on a monthly basis. There's my 30-year term. I can also hit some more details and see what this is going to cost if I want us to do this annually, which I always recommend. I can hit this button. It's going to change it to annual now. You save $58 a month. Multiply it by 30. It does add up. So there you go. That's how simple it is to go ahead and run quotes to protect your mortgage. How much should I do? Whatever your mortgage is and whatever the time frame. Maybe you already have a mortgage and there's only 15 years left. You can do a 15-year term. It's really simple, really straight to the point. I know it said 10 million there, but this software is so easy. I could run a $40 million policy right here on the spot if I want to. That's how easy it is. Now you have to go through financial underwriting to get 40 million, just to make it simple. So mortgage is one of the biggest things that we see that's not protected, but there is more than that. So I'm going to actually go back here for a second. I'm sure as a country we've all heard this, but a lot of people are underinsured, meaning they don't have enough life insurance. And obviously the mortgage is one of the biggest reasons that people are not protected. But if you take a look at this, we actually built this calculate button for you. So if you want to click on this link and play around and have some fun, I can go ahead and hit the calculate button here. This is really simple, really easy. I don't know how much life insurance I need. I know what my mortgage is, but isn't there more to protect than just my mortgage? You're absolutely right. So what are some other things I want to protect here? Well, I always pick on myself. I'm married. I have 4 kids. Actually, I have 5 kids now. I apologize. I have a 30-day-old, so a month-old. So, and I'm the breadwinner of the household. So I have $4 million of life insurance right now. I'll be adding another $1 million now that I have 5 kids, by the way. So I'm worth much more dead than alive, just a heads up. But the thing is that my wife does not work. I take that back. I have 5 kids. She works a lot harder than I do, right? So, but the thing is that if I'm the breadwinner, so if I'm not here tomorrow, it's not just taking care of the mortgage or taking care of the kids' college. What about maintaining that same lifestyle? That's what people forget about. So if you take a look here, look at this. Here's a real simple way to figure out what your needs are. So let's just say, what's your mortgage? I can fill this in. My mortgage, I'll just say it's $500,000. How much debt do you have? I'll just put 50,000 here, just making up some numbers. How many kids? I'll just put 2 kids so I don't drive everyone crazy here. What are their ages? This is why another reason why people are underinsured. So what I'm doing here is, if you're not here tomorrow, how much money would your beneficiary need? And it's not just for 1 year, but and then for how long? So this is the person, usually you're going to be your income, Mr. and Mrs. Client. So let's just say $100,000 here is my income. Well, how many years? Well, I need that for? Well, I have a 7-year-old. I want to make sure that that kid is protected to at least 15 years. How much life insurance do you have right now? I have nothing. Shame on you. And then we'll just keep it at 24,000. Look how simple this is. I just hit the calculate button. And look how easy it is to figure out what my need is. I don't call this term insurance or life insurance. I just call it protection. So if you're not here tomorrow, what's at stake? And that's the most important thing here, okay? Gary wants to make sure that he protects his clients. He wants to make sure that you're covered and that there's, that's our fiduciary responsibility to make sure you're taken care of. So if you look here, living expenses, this is another reason why people are underinsured, right? So here's the mortgage, right? And the debt. Here's the kids' education. But a lot of time we forget about maintaining that same lifestyle. So that is that 100,000 multiplied by 15 years, just giving you a heads up. And that's what people forget about. This number is normally much higher than what most people think. And it's because of this right here. So consider that life insurance, everyone thinks about it is to protect your life, but you can also protect your income. Again, the $100,000 multiplied by 15 years. Now, if this is me and I'm not here tomorrow, my wife is going to have that same income that she's used to help raise these kids for the next 15 years. That gives her 15 years to kind of get back on her feet and figure out what's next. Really, really important. I know it sounds like it might be simple, but I'd say 75% of Americans are underinsured, whether it's mortgage protection, whether it's they don't have the protection for their income's not protected, the college is not set up. So we're trying to do this on a very simple basis. If this opens up your eyes to some different things, you can hit the recalculate button and you can actually rerun those quotes and plug in some new parameters. If you like this, just hit show quotes. Does everyone see how it just pops that number right into there? Super duper simple. Let's just go back to $1 million. All right, so I ran these quotes on Gary's website. Now what's next? Well, the beauty of this, let's just say I went with $1 million 30-year term to keep it simple. So here we go. So ideally, I can change my company if I want to. When it comes to term insurance or mortgage protection, it's not a problem to go with the cheapest company. Now there are drawbacks to that, and one of them is that the cheapest company doesn't always have the best conversion privileges. And what I mean by that is you can actually take this policy from term to permanent with no evidence of insurability. So that's a really important thing we can talk about. We're not going to go into detail this call, but that is something that we can have a conversation with Gary or with myself as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a company that I like that I know has a good conversion. So John Hancock has great conversions, Nationwide, and Prudential as well. So let's just go with Nationwide for now. So normally in the past, we're used to these 30, 40, 50, 60-page paper applications. What a nightmare. With this new software that Gary has, you have the ability now to just hit this continue button. Did everyone see what I just did? I just went right into the application. There's no more paper. Now we don't have to hold our breath because we're killing the rainforest in Costa Rica anymore. So this is very simple. Now I'm going to run through this very quickly. You're just going to put some basic information about yourself here. What's your address? People can't believe how easy this is, but this is the application for Nationwide, for whatever state you're located in. Is this person employed? We'll just say yes. You just put in your information. Please, if you have questions, put those in the chat box about anything I'm doing here. I'm happy to run through at the end there and answer a few questions there. Who will own this policy? Typically, the owner is going to be the insured, but look, so okay, who's going to be the beneficiary? It could be a trust, it could be a business, it could be an individual. We see tons of people putting life insurance into trust now. Makes it really simple, separates the client from the estate, and that way, if someone gets sued or some lawsuit happens, that money's in the trust. It's all separated. Let's just say individual to make it easy. I'll just say Mrs. Doe. We'll say that's the wife. We'll go next. I can add a contingent beneficiary to keep it simple. It just backs up the primary. So if the primary person you want is not going to be here, you have a backup option, and that could still be owned in a trust and the business or an individual. I already did this one, so I'll just go ahead and skip this one for now. So this is very simple: income, assets, liabilities. This can be ballpark, doesn't have to be exact. Just give them a range. Driver's license. You can all see I've done this a few times, right? I'd say this is going to take you about maybe 10 minutes on your own free time. You can do this by yourself 100%. This software is consumer facing, or you could also meet with Gary and he could jump on a Zoom and do it with you as well. If you have any existing life insurance, you would just add the policy right here. Let's just say no for keeping it going here. There's something in our business called APSs. They're attending physician statements. They can slow down the case big time. What we've done here is we actually partnered with a company to allow you the ability to jump right into a portal, pick your medical facility. If it's not there, you type it in. Let's just say it was UCLA. I can put in my username, my password into my account. Once I hit that connect button, it allows us to pull those medical records instantaneously right on the spot. That's truly a game changer for our business, just to speed the process up so we're not waiting months and months for records. If you forgot your username or password, you can reset it here. You can also create an account, or it's okay, just say no. You can send yourself a text message or an email that goes right to you or your client to you, or just say no, and it will skip right by that part. So we just answer a few medical. If you didn't put that height, weight in the beginning, you have to put something in there now. Answer a few medical questions. You do have the ability, if you'd like, to bind coverage, or at least just pay for this now. It's not going to charge you if until the end, but you can go ahead and do that if you'd like, or just say no. We have these exams in our business, which can be an absolute nightmare when you have the client involved, the agent involved, the carrier, and us, the wholesaler. A lot of moving parts there. So we built in a live calendar from exam 1 to actually book the exam right on the spot here. So you could just go through here and pick a date that works best for you. You pick a time. We just booked the exam. It was that simple. The goal here is to make your life easy, because we know it has not been easy in the past when it comes to life insurance. So that's what we want to make it super simple for you here. So last 2 steps here, I can sign via email. Maybe if I can't do it on the spot. But if you're doing this, you might as well just hit sign now. Or you want to pick this up later, you could hit sign via email and you can sign it down the road. Our challenge as agents is that we have this pandemic, so you can't see your clients face to face here. So now you can do this all. And if everyone looks here just like that, we have a fully completed 40, 50-page paper application. How beautiful is that? Sorry it took so long. I can't shake this sarcasm from New York. So hopefully you're all familiar with how DocuSign works. I just adopt my signature and then just point and click. Welcome to the future where life insurance is heading. So Gary is truly excited to help every single one of you out on this call here to protect your mortgage. I'm also here to help out with whatever I can do to help out as well. We just completed a full 50-page paper application, so just so you know. So that process is done now. That was it. Very simple, very straight to the point. So the goal here is how can we help you? If you have any questions, please put it in the chat. Just so you know, we're doing a four campaigns here that we're doing. The first one was mortgage protection. The next one's going to be long-term care, how to use life insurance to protect that long-term care need that you have there. Really excited about that presentation. You'll be getting an email from Gary regarding this. So looking forward to working, hopefully helping out every single one of you with these campaigns and these simple, quick webinars that go right to the point here. Again, thank you so much for your time. If you have questions, I'll wait on a second here to see if there's any questions that come up. I'll get those questions answered. If not, you have a blessed day, and looking forward to seeing you at the next long-term care series that we do next week. Have a great day. Questions, any questions, anybody? All right, well, again, thank you so much for everyone on the call here. We're really excited about doing more of these. I think it's a great way to educate you, the client, and put you in the driver's seat here when it comes to protecting yourself and protecting your family. Everyone have a blessed day on the call.